Hey guys, my name is Angie and today I'm gonna talk about my January wrap up. Woo! So I've read 8 books this month. 8! That's like many books for me because normally I never read more than 3 or 4 books in a month, and that's all. Like, it's crazy that I read so many books in this month. Like, what the fuck happened? Well, I've read 3 books for my German class, and the other ones were just for fun. Yay! So, without further ado, let's get started. The first book I've read is Killing God by Kevin Brooks. Well, because my Kindle doesn't want you to show the cover, I'm sorry, can't do anything about it. I'm just gonna talk about the book right now. Well, it's about a girl called Dawn, which is 15 years old. She is pretty a wallflower. She doesn't like people as much. She's really introverted. And yeah, she had a really, really crappy childhood. Nowadays, she doesn't really have friends and she doesn't really know how to communicate with people. So she's always with her 2 dogs, which are pretty the cutest thing ever. Those 2 little dogs are Bay. I don't want to tell you more about the plot because it's really spoilery. The writing style was okay, it wasn't the best thing. It was really childish, which kind of was part of her character, but still pretty annoying sometimes. Well, would give this book a 3.5 out of 5 stars. It was a nice read. It's a little bit graphic at some points, so if you don't like graphic stuff, then don't read this book, but otherwise give it a go. The next book I've read is actually a book from my German class, and that's Metamorphosis from Franz Kafka. The first book I've read from my German class. It's about Gregor, who turns into a beetle. And that's actually everything you need to know about this book. The other book I've read from Franz Kafka was The Trial, which was also about daddy issues, as always. Well, it's about Georg, who has a friend in Russia, and then he goes to his dad and talks about him, and then dad goes all crazy on him, and stuff happens. I would give The Trial 3 out of 5 stars because it's kind of I just don't really get it. And I would give The Metamorphosis 4 out of 5 stars. The other book I've read from my German class is the chess novella from Stefan Zweig. That's about a guy, we don't know the name of the guy, who goes on a cruise, and there he meets 2 guys. One of them is the world champion of chess, and the other one is Dr. B. And those 2 will have a chess duel in the end of the book. And actually it plays in the Nazi time. So if you like that, you will like this book because it's about psychological torture. And it's kind of eye-opening because it's really crazy. The things that happen in this book are really, really crazy and kind of scary. I would give it 4 out of 5 stars. I really liked Stefan Zweig's writing style, and I also really liked the whole story, so 4 out of 5 stars. The next book I've read for the month of January is actually a graphic novel. It's called On the Trail of Sandalwood Smugglers. It's a book from Lush. If you know the company Lush, that's the company who sells soaps and bath bombs and cosmetica and everything like that. I love it. It's the best thing in the world, and they made this book. It's a real story, so it's based on real life, and it's pretty interesting. It was just a little bit short in my opinion. The style, the art style, is pretty minimalistic and pretty easy, which was alright, I think. But as I said, I think it needs more pages to really develop the story better, because it really took me some better understanding of the whole concept of sandalwood to really get into it. So I really first had to read a Wikipedia page about this stuff, because it doesn't really handles the topic as well. So I gave it overall 3 out of 5 stars. The next book, Splintered, it's about Alyssa and Jeb. It's a retelling of Alice in Wonderland, and it's actually, the story is so fascinating, so interesting. The concept would be so great if the author knew how to really do the concept right. If you know what I mean? This concept and the story would be so interesting and so good, but A.G. Howard didn't really develop the world in the right way, in my opinion. Also, the characters are really, really flat. They didn't have any depth into them. Alyssa, the main character, is a stupid little girl who can't do anything. And Jeb, the male protagonist, he's such a control freak. And I freaking hate him. This book was like... I just didn't like it that much. I mean, as I said, the concept is interesting. If you want to read it, then read it. But it wasn't my cup of tea. I would give this book 2.5 out of 5 stars. The next book I have here is a book I'm very, very excited about. It's a book from Rick Riordan. And Rick Riordan is one of my favorite authors of all time. I love him since I was 13. So, long time. And I finally read Magnus Chase and the Gods of Asgard, the Sword of Summer. Not the Hammer, that's the second book. It's the first book in a trilogy about Norse mythology. That rhymed. It's about Magnus Chase. Magnus Chase is 16 years old. He lives on the streets. He has 2 friends called Heath and Blitzen. And those 2 are his best friends. They also live on the street. And one day, oh my god, he dies in a fight with a fire giant. And then he goes to Valhalla, better known as Hotel Valhalla, the afterlife for Norse warriors. And then he learns about all the Norse mythology stuff, and that he's a son of a Norse god. Oh my god, I love this book. It was great. It has a brilliant, brilliant world. I loved everything about this world. I loved all of the characters. Magnus freaking Chase is my bae. He's like, this is Percy and this is Magnus. They're like on one level, and this is Percy and down there somewhere is Jason, because I really hate Jason. I really do. And like, Magnus Chase is one of the best characters Rick Riordan has ever written. He's funny, he's witty, and he looks like Kurt Cobain. And who doesn't like Kurt Cobain? Let's be real here. And the other great thing about this book is it's diverse. It has great characters, it has diverse characters, it has Samira Alabast, who's a feisty female character with a hijab, and it's so great. I love Samira, she's so great. Sam is my bae, like every other person in this book. And I'm currently reading the second book, and Rick, I love you. He writes so good. So I gave this book 4.5 out of 5 stars. The reason why there's a half star less than I would normally give a Rick Riordan book is because it kinda took me some time to get into it. But when I was into the book, I was just like, all the time, like I love it. I just loved it. With all my freaking heart, I loved it. And the last book I've read in the month of January is Illuminae. This book just blew my mind. First of all, you see this and you think, it looks nice. Then, you see this. You see it naked. You see it naked. You see its naked beauty. You feel it, and you're just like, It's beautiful. And then you open it and you see this, and then you open it even more and you see this. Look at it. And it got emails in it. It got logs in it. It got beautiful, beautiful pages. Just look at this. Look at all the beauty. Look at all the pages. Look at it. It's beautiful. This book needs to be read by everyone in this world. I loved it. I absolutely adored it. This book. This little baby. Oh my god. So, it's written by Jay Kristoff and Amy Kaufman. And oh boy, those two have done a really good job. It's about Katie and Ezra, two teenagers who are in love but broke up because stuff. So Katie and Ezra just broke up. Katie sits in her classroom, thinks about nothing interesting, and then boom! Her whole planet is going to be destroyed. Yay! And from there on, the story goes on. It's a freaking adventure. It's mind-blowing. It's just everything you want from a cool sci-fi novel. And I'm not the biggest fan of sci-fi. Like, this little baby here, this little baby here broke my heart, had so many plot twists. I have seen nothing of it coming. Really, nothing. Nothing. Not a single thing. Whoa. You see my excited face? Do you see this? This book is amazing. You have to read it. Just read it. 5 out of 5 stars. Thank you for watching. If you liked it, then give it a thumbs up or something like that. I don't know. Leave a comment. And thanks for watching. Bye.